Snow White and a failed feminist fairy tale. I did not think this situation could get any worse, but it seems like Rachel Zegler may be flipping patties at Burger King before the end of 2026. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe. It's a great way. It's a great way to support the channel for free. Let's get off into it.
Remember when Rachel Zegler was Hollywood's golden girl? Spielberg's Discovery, franchise-ready, red carpet darling. Fast forward a few years and her name was attached to one of Disney's most expensive live-action flops ever.
My name usually gets mentioned with big flops as well.
Snow White didn't just underperform, it face-planted. Massive budget, endless controversy, brutal box office. This wasn't just a bad press tour, it was a masterclass in how to fumble the bag in real time.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy
Yeah, that's what the entire movie's about, stupid. A love story.
Literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
Zegler was not some random actress who stumbled into a big opportunity. She was handpicked by Steven Spielberg for West Side Story in 2021. That is not normal. That's
hey, Steven Spielberg, he picks them. But sometimes you can't pick them all great. I'm sorry, but she looks like the dude from Sling Blade? Was it Billy Bob Thornton? French fried potatoes. Every time I see her face is what I think of.
Getting drafted first overall into the Hollywood League. She had talent, she had buzz, she had that next big thing glow.
And because Rachel certainly has an extraordinary instrument, you know, her vocal range is exceptional. I knew intuitively on the first day I saw Rachel, my first day of casting.
Then she landed major roles in franchises like the Hunger Games prequel and got cast as Snow White in Disney's live-action remake of the literal movie that built Disney. This wasn't just another princess. Snow White is the blueprint. The 1937 film basically launched Disney as an empire. So when you get cast in that remake, the job description is simple. Smile, promote, say how honored you are, collect.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody paying me $100 million, bro, I'm gonna tell you whatever they want me to say, bro. Just know, Chad, if you see me in a Hollywood movie and you're like, that's not what Levi believes. No, I'm getting a fat baggie.
Check, go home. Instead, Rachel chose chaos. During the press tour, she openly criticized the original 1937 Snow White. She called it weird. She said the prince was basically a stalker. She said the love story was outdated and that they weren't focusing on that anymore. Now look, you can have modern critiques of old movies, sure, but maybe don't do that while you're starring in a remake that's banking on people loving the original.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937.
And it wasn't just one comment. It turned into a pattern. Interview after interview, the tone shifted away from celebrating a timeless fairy tale and leaned more toward framing the original as something outdated that needed correcting, which is ironic considering her entire paycheck existed because that so-called outdated classic had been loved for nearly a century.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. I was scared of the original cartoon.
The internet noticed, of course it did. Clips spread everywhere. Every time she rolled her eyes about the original or joked about the prince being creepy, another 1,000 people decided they were not buying a ticket. Then came the social media situation. When the first trailer dropped, instead of just hyping the film, Rachel posted political commentary underneath the promotional content. Now here's the thing. Celebrities talk politics all the time, but studios usually prefer that you don't attach your activism directly to the marketing of a family fairy tale movie that needs 4-quadrant appeal. Snow White is supposed to be for kids, parents, grandparents, not a Twitter debate battlefield. Reports started circulating that Disney executives had to intervene. Allegedly, they flew out to talk to her about cooling.
Chad, did any of you guys see that movie? Keep it a thou wow. I ain't watching Snow White, bro.
On social media. They even brought in PR help.
Even if when my daughter gets to a certain age where she's like, Daddy, I want to watch Snow White, I'm gonna be like, nah, we're gonna watch the old school one. That's what we gonna do. And you know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and download Free Cash. It's a super simple app. It's a mobile app. You can download it. I'll give you $10 on me. You can cash out when you hit 20 bucks. It's super simple. You scan the QR code, click on the link in the description. You can play a slew of different games. People usually cash out in less than 20 minutes. They cash out 20 bucks, which is what some people don't even make it a freaking job. So imagine you could play mobile games and get paid as much as just working a job. So don't say I've never done anything for you guys.
Won't they do?
Don't ever say it. And if you do, you know, I might have to find you. I really might have to find you. Let's get back off into this.
Snow White merchandise quietly ended up discounted in budget stores. Theme parks didn't aggressively push a live-action Snow White character meet and greet the way they have with other remakes like Beauty and the Beast or The Little Mermaid. It felt like the company wanted to move on fast. And here's the part that really fueled the fire. Instead of going quiet for a bit and letting the storm pass, Rachel doubled down in interviews. She suggested that much of the backlash stemmed from misogyny. She spoke about being held to different standards. She framed criticism as something that didn't really bother her.
Everyone
who hates when I win. The winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her.
I'm sorry, but comparing yourself to an iconic historical statue at the age of 21 or 22, they must be selling Audacity at Goodwill. You think you're that important? Wow.
And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them.
Honey, this isn't a audition. You can just tell she's acting right here. It doesn't look genuine at all.
That at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You're a liar!
Ain't nobody gonna watch that movie.
Now,
False.
There are absolutely toxic corners of the internet. That's real. But from a purely strategic standpoint, this was gasoline on the discourse because the narrative shifted from this movie flopped to she refuses to acknowledge any mistakes. Hollywood is a business. It pretends to be art first, but it's money. It hasn't been art since the mid 1800s. When you become associated with a massive financial loss, studios notice. They might smile publicly, but spreadsheets do not care about vibes. Before Snow White, Rachel's trajectory was straight upward. Spielberg co-signed major franchises, huge budgets, the kind of career arc that leads to A-list status. After Snow White, the projects looked smaller. In indie comedy,
Dude, with her face, I guess I could be a freaking actor.
theater work in London's West End, which, to be clear, is respectable. Theater is real acting. Indie films can be great, but it's not the same momentum as leading billion-dollar franchises. There were rumors about a Gloria Estefan biopic casting, but as of that point, it wasn't fully greenlit or in production, so it felt more like a hopeful headline than a locked-in comeback. The harsh truth is this: when executives label you difficult or high risk, you become harder to insure, harder to market, harder to justify on a $200 million gamble. Studios are risk-averse creatures. If they believe in
and the thing is, dude, I heard Rachel Zegler, she had to go back to Broadway, and you know you're doing bad when you got to go off the screen and go back on the stage. Might as well start an OF.
Actor might create PR storms that overshadow the film, they hesitate. And here's the ironic twist: even if Rachel has said nothing controversial, Snow White still might have underperformed. Live action remakes
The movie was dog water anyways. It was washed out, color graded like it was a Dune movie. I don't know why everybody thought that they was going to go watch this movie. Why are they making all these movies that are supposed to be colorful, old school, and making them into freaking washed out? Like, some of these scenes, I'm like, bro, this is a washed out scene.
Have they never heard of these guys? Trey and Matt would literally air your funeral if you asked them not to.
Now, tell me exactly what it is you're afraid of. Everywhere I look, people are being replaced. Then, the puppet masters. Why are they replacing every single character with someone who is diverse? As Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down.
But I mean, what did they expect? The second they announced the changes, no prince, no dwarfs, no romance, everybody knew it was cooked, fully charred. Disney took one of the most iconic pieces of animation history, the film that literally built their empire, and decided to rip out everything that made it famous. Instead, they slapped some half-baked girl boss energy on it, hoping it'd be enough to cover the mess. Flawless strategy, nothing but dubs, guys. And then Zegler opened her mouth and basically speed ran the world record for how to get a fan base to hate you without even trying. It was like she read the list of things not to say and used it as a script. She went on this press tour just clowning on the original movie, saying stuff like Snow White was a doormat, calling the prince a stalker, acting like
she did so much to ruin her entire reputation, bro. Like, the easiest role to get would be something like this, and all you have to do is just shut up. But we all know that's very hard for modern women. Just shut your mouth. That is, they just can't do it. It's just one thing they're freaking allergic to.
Performances so lifeless, it made you question if they were even trying.
You always want to tell a fun, exciting story, and every time I've ever made a movie, I go into it going, I want this to be the best movie ever made.
Or what?
They're leaning into woke. Hardcore.
They're petrified of some kind of backlash. I wanted my money back. It was very disappointing.
Nobody wants a movie about true love. What kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love, Eliana? It'd be outrage.
Every way that Disney changed the story, it changed it for the worse.
They're pretending like Rachel Zegler is the first of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
The new Disney boss.
She does look like Lord Farquaad.
Babe, who is Rachel Zegler, the inverse of happy.
So she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
No one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie.
Meanwhile, the rest of the world smelled blood and just dogpiled. Joe Rogan fired off about corporate pandering, while Bill Maher threw on his boomer glasses and dragged Disney for sucking the soul out of art. Both of them, polar opposite types of people, basically agreed on one universal truth. Disney took a wholesome, love-drenched fairy tale that literally built the studio and turned it into a passive-aggressive podcast about feminism with costumes, and not even good costumes at that.
Yeah, so now if you notice the spin on it, they're putting it all on her. I mean, I'm sure she sucks, but she is very young. She's about
a fucking kid, right?
She didn't write that script though, right? And I don't think she made the no dwarves decisions. That was Sir Peter Dinklage.
That was crazy, right?
The script was
Wait a
screwed
minute,
from
how
the
much
start.
did this cost? They should get doged looking at this movie. They spent $250 million making that movie. But imagine you spend $250 million and you get some young girl and you don't kind of talk to her about like, hey, you know, don't get political. You're young. And I know you have opinions about things, but this should be just about the movie.
Well,
let's just
to defend Big Head Girl, let me tell you something. The message of the movie is to be that bitch. That's the message that they wrote a script that's telling girls, I don't need nobody tells me I'm a 20-year-old girl, so obviously I should run my mouth all the time. That's the theme of the new Snow White.
No, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
it's not the same story?
No. So now they've put it all on her. Now they've failed. Here's what happened. She made the cardinal error of saying free Palestine on Twitter. So she could say all that men are bad and it's this and that, but once you do that, now they've put the entire weight of the failure upon her. When really, it's like making Jimmy Fallon apologize for doing a Chris Rock impression when Lauren and a team of lawyers and consultants decided if it was okay, the amount of brown they put on him to simulate Chris Rock.
Right.
You think Jimmy Fallon made that call? But he's got to sit there and apologize to a white, Robin DiAngelo comes on. I'm not watching this. Am I dreaming? And he's like, he's clearly drunk and I don't blame him. And he's like, thanks so much for coming on. I really She's just, you see Jimmy, this weird nun lady is like giving him a lecture.
Did you ever see her in that Matt Walsh movie? Did you see Am I Racist?
No.
But
if you haven't seen that movie, you should definitely watch it. It is hilarious.
Hilarious.
I know about, we put her in Prez Trek, the thing they made with Kyle, the Star Trek of Biden.
In Am I Racist, Matt Walsh, didn't he get her to give someone money for reparations?
Yeah.
Didn't that happen?
There's like a black dude on set, and he's like, "Hey, you think you could like maybe give her some money or give him some money?" And she straight up gives him like $20.
See the movie?
No, but I saw.
He's a fake academic who's talking to her, and he's like a fake woke guy with like a fake ponytail, and you know he gets her to say the most ridiculous. It's so funny.
Because her money depends on it. And he said something interesting, so I'm talking about, which is the reason, because why would these people sit here and, he used to say about the Daily Show, why would they sit there and be on the thing? And he goes, oh, they're aware, but they want the plug. Do you understand? Their demographic wants to see them be stupid, and they're going to defend them no matter what, so it don't matter. Why they would sit there and be part of that.
She didn't have any idea that that's what it was.
But even like
she thought she was doing they were doing some kind of a documentary on race from like a woke perspective.
Well,
like, I don't think,
look at what he says about it.
I would have to ask him like what the premise was that he set up.
The other lady, the lady with the colored hair that he kept asking about. That was What Is a Woman?
And the most insulting part? Nobody even asked for this. Literally no one. Not a single soul was out here saying, gee, I hope Disney remakes Snow White, but makes it a bleak lecture on the dangers of heteronormative romance. People just wanted the original.
Nobody asked for this, bro. Like Rachel Zegler she's crashing and burning right now. It's hilarious.
Was when Zegler posted a TikTok of her at the theater watching her own movie. And guess what? No one was there. Like, not a single soul. You could practically hear crickets in the background.
Like, who has been the most exciting person for you tonight? Oh my God. Besides took the right out of my...
Besides you, stop it. I think I get more views on my YouTube channel monthly than that movie got. And I don't have a $250 million budget.
Because right now there's more dwarves on this podcast than there are in the new Snow White movie. And that's probably due to Peter Dinklage.
Yep. When I was a child, I used to think Snow White was a Japanese lady. She has geisha-like pale skin, black hair, and tends to 7 ugly white men.
What an idiot I've been as a young person in this industry who has no filter and no idea what she's doing.
You think it's perfectly normal that Carmen is suddenly a black woman?
You probably don't like that Indiana Jones got replaced by a female either, huh? Probably have a problem with Black Spider-Man too.
No, make it more lame. That is exactly what they're doing. And that is why we hate the diversity, equity, and inclusion casting and writing.
This is no ordinary apple
apple, my dear. It's a magical.
Yeah, I think there's I had it pulled up a while ago. Rachel Zegler doing Broadway, or I think she's set to do a new TV show or something. Yeah, will star as Eva Perón in a Broadway revival of Evita, directed by Jamie Lloyd. Performances. So she went from the screen to the stage, which it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Usually when you go back to the stage, like when you're an actor or an actress, you're trying to get away from the stage. You do the stage, you do Broadway to try to get into the movies because that's where the big bucks are. That's where the big fame is. And I mean, I don't know about you guys. Do a lot of you guys go to Broadway shows? I would doubt it. People barely have enough money for freaking gasoline. I'm talking about going to a dadgum, Broadway show. I ain't got enough money for all that. I don't even know where they're doing. I don't even know where they're doing this stuff. What is it only in isn't it only in New York where they're doing these things? But yeah, no, I think she's absolutely fried. Got stung by a bee. Me. God, just her in general is just so insufferable. Like, if you wanted to put a face to insufferable woman, it would be her, Rachel Zegler. Let's pull up one of the old videos I had of me talking about her. This one was a while ago, though, so I was like, I probably need to do an update. This is about a year ago. Does Rachel Zegler deserve what's happening to her? 315 replies. Let's get off into this. Yes, absolutely. She brought this on herself. Not only did she F up and insult the very thing that was helping her career, she showed zero appreciation by doubling down repeatedly. Yup, for those in the back. She dug her own ditch, laid on in it. 100%. Yes. Now she'll never know peace. Haven't watched Snow White, will not be watching it. Snow Brown and the 7 tickets sold. Shots fired! The story of Snow White is over 200 years old. The Disney movie is almost 90 years old. 900. Brie Larson said the same thing with her Captain Marvel character when she said that she didn't care about the opinions of white men, but then women didn't like her later movies as well, so that crashed and burned too. Why did one dwarf who was already acting and made his money cockblock 7 other dwarfs from making money? That was messed up. Yeah, why did Peter Dinklage do that? It's rare Hollywood comes out with anything I'm interested in watching anymore. It's either a bad remake nobody asked for or some hot piece of garbage with a leftist message. Imagination is gone in the entertainment industry. It's all money, dude. It's all money. I'm confident in saying that 95% of us are tired of not having any more of the woke movement or the everyone needs to be gay agenda. LMAO, eyeballs on the side of her temples. No, but literally, holy crap. The 68 Mustang analogy fell flat. It's like taking a 68 Mustang and converting it to an EV. Mud Brown and the 7 genderless diverse companions. Oh my god. You guys are savage. I haven't read any of these. In my metropolitan area, the movie theaters have all shut down. The only movie theater left is a drive-in that shows old movies. The market is talking. The saddest part is she became so convinced that it was her status as a minority that caused the hate. No, dear. If nobody had skin and we were just talking about piles of muscle and bone, everyone would still hate you. Walt Disney himself said that Snow White should never be remade. Get woke, go broke. Sid from Ice Age, I laughed so hard when you said that I threw up. I'm sorry. Can't wait for South Park to make an actual episode. Sound effect name. Those who aren't dwarves, there were bandits. The original Snow White was the first full-length animated film and launched Disney into the big league. It's their flagship. Rachel Z ran her stupid mouth instead of being humble and disgraced herself and the whole project. She's already starred in many box office flops. She ruined Shazam 2, Hunger Games, and more. Wait, she was in Shazam 2? What? I'm a professional storyteller. I research stories, fables, and fairy tales from all over the world, from every culture and race. You want diversity in stories? Great. I can give you thousands. And I agree. I'm over sequels, prequels, and reimagined remakes. Come on, Holly Weird Disney. Send your writers to spend a week in a library. I mean, this is my whole thing. Can we get to a point where we're not remaking the same movie 10 times? I know the new Spider-Man just came out. A brand new day or whatever. How many Spider-Mans do we need? How many do we need? Do we need 20 Spider-Mans? We've had, Andrew Garfield. We've had, Tobey Maguire. Now we got Tom Holland. Like, I've lived through 3, almost 4 generations of dadgum Spider-Man. I mean, can we come up with some other Hulk's getting new movies? I guess I got to give it to Marvel for doing what they're doing, because they're at least kind of adding other characters and things like that. But dude, there's so many freaking Spider-Man. Like a new Spider-Man movie comes out, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even see the last 5. They're just milking a dehydrated cow at this point. It's like, why are we remaking so many things that don't even need to be remade? Where's the intellectual property? Where's the new stories? Where's the new stuff? That's what I want. I want the new things. I don't know about you guys, but it's just kind of exhausting. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'll probably see the new Spider-Man once it's on Amazon Prime, but I'm probably not going to go to the movies to see another Spider-Man movie. He's fighting a bad guy. Shocker. Okay. Like, I'm ready for more movies like Obsession. I'm ready for more movies like The Back Rooms. Stuff that's like fresh and new and are cool stories. Now, Back Rooms, that one's, I guess, a remake of, or I guess it's like an adaptation of a video game or whatever. But Obsession, incredible movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. Incredible movie. I think it deserves its rating. But that's neither here or there. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.